1, 2, 3, enter. Hi everyone, my name is Marlie, Keisha Maza. Welcome to Randomly Marlie, a channel about me being the most random version of myself, which really typically is who I am. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, or do they say that stuff at the end? I mean, you can subscribe even now, you know, who am I to tell you when to do it? Even now you can do it. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about, I feel like a news anchor, that was so stiff. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about, I don't know why I keep saying we, like who is, I keep bringing my imaginary friend into all my conversations and it's messing me up. Anyway, this is making me too serious. Let's tone it down a little bit. So, no, I don't want them near me. So, today's episode, I'm going to talk about life after university, since I've already talked about my university struggles and my school struggles and things like that. I'm going to talk about life after university, what it's like having a job, things like that, what my experience has been, and advice that I have, I guess, and just things that I feel like I would like to share. So that's today's episode. So we can call it First Job Money and Knows. I don't know, man. I'll find the title. It's not that deep. So, where did I stop the last time? I should write a book about my life because I have so many stories. It's like, whoa. Anyway, so I finished school in May of 2018. At the time that I finished, I already had a job offer. I was given that job offer way before, in like March, because it was someone that I know. There's a whole like long discipleship, I don't know, like growth, leadership, something class that I took last year for like the whole entire year. And it was run by a couple. And so one of them, the guy, has you know, a company or whatever. And so he had seen that I'm a very driven person and that I'm just, anyway, there's some certain things that, you know, about, you know, my character that they felt they could use in their work environment. So he had given me the job offer long ago in like March. And so I was given the job offer in like March. And of course I was still in school at that time. So I declined it because there was no way that I was going to be able to juggle a 9-to-5 job when I'm doing daytime classes, because classes are also sometime between 9 to 5. So I just said, you know, I can't do it because I have school, blah, 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 whatever. And so he said, oh no, so when did you finish school? I said June. He said, well, wait. I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of got excited because I was like, oh, I'm valued. They really want me. This is like a job. So I was really excited because I was like, you gay people graduate and for years they're looking for jobs. I haven't even finished university. I'm still doing a diploma and I've already been given a job opportunity. Like, praise the Lord. Could the intern, can you just grab this for me? Thanks. It feels so nice to be a boss. Where was I? So I was given a job opportunity and they were willing to wait for me. So I was like, okay, great. So I finished my diploma, the class bit, in May. So in May, I finished. Of course, now I still had a whole, even when you're at Victoria, when you're doing a diploma, you still are required to do a dissertation to graduate, or at least a proposal, something, I don't know, man. So I was given the job offer. So when I finished in May, I was like, okay, I'm done with school. What's up? What's happening? So I went in, I did an interview, then I had to go back a second time to meet the other boss or whatever. So I went in like twice or something before I actually went to start officially. But I started later in June, because in June, the first week of June, I traveled. I was in Nairobi. Then I came back and then I started the following week. And so it was weird because I don't know how to describe my experience, but to say that I truly, truly believe that there are people that were really well cut out for office jobs and there are people that weren't. Because here's the thing about what I was doing. 1, my bosses were really nice. 2, my coworkers were really nice as well. But I was just not happy for some reason. I don't even know, because usually, I mean, you'd think people that work in terrible working environments are people that hate their job. No, guys. Here's the thing, if you're not doing something that you actually love to do, you're going to be unhappy, like straight up, because I was waking up every morning at like 6 to make sure I'm at work by 8:30. But I was just not motivated, and I'm always telling myself how I'm not a morning person and this, that, and the other. But I don't think it had anything to do with that, because now I'm not working with them anymore, but I can wake up early in the morning at like 6:30 and not have an issue. But it's because I'm waking up to do my own things, like, it's a brand new day, let's go get this started, let's go. Like, just when you're doing your own thing, it's kind of fun. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, because there are certain things that I learned in my job which I appreciate, and it's definitely things that are going to help me along the way in life, in all the different things that I want to do. But it's a weird feeling that I can't explain. And one thing that I remember so vividly is the day that I told my bosses that I wanted to leave and I wanted to resign. I felt there was like a joy. It was like I literally felt something on my shoulders, just like, whew. Like the next day I walked into work with a smile on my face. I was like so happy knowing that I could see the end of the road, and it was very exciting. The other thing also that was weird about it for me, and one of the reasons why I made the decision to leave working, was because I personally wasn't happy with the pay that I was being given. I felt like I kind of need to be earning more, but despite that, I could feel myself getting comfortable, because part of me was like, but I can't leave, because then where will I get money from? At least here I'm getting something, at least this, that, and the other. And I was like, yeah, see, that's the stuff that messes up people, because then they start to hold on to that. It's like, oh, but at least I can pay bills. I was like, listen, you're young, you've just finished university, you're still living, at home with people around you. You don't have bills, I don't have to pay utilities, I don't have to pay rent. Like, if I'm going to mess up in life, this is the time. So I was just like, you know what, it's fine. I'm willing to take that risk. For me, happiness is the ultimate, most important thing. So I worked that job from June till December. But it's weird, because even from the very moment that I got that job, I told so many people that June that I don't think I'll be in this job till the end of the year. I thought I was actually going to do 2 months or 3 months, but I couldn't get myself to quit. And that's maybe another reason why people stay in jobs that they don't like for a long time. When I tell you, I planned my resignation. First of all, I hired my friend to write a resignation letter for me. Well, you use money, but my friend had to write it for me, because I failed. I was like, I can't do it. What am I going to do? I felt like they're going to look at me, they're going to think I'm so unserious. I've only been here a couple of months. All these other people, I was looking at my coworkers who had been there 2 years, 3 years. I was like, oh my God, you guys, I can't do it. I look so unserious. What will they think of me? You guys, people's opinions of you will be the death of you. If I was going to continue focusing on that, I'd still be there. I'd still be miserable. It would just not be very nice. I have eight hours dedicated to one particular person, so my stuff has to center around the rest of the hours. Also, I'm such a grandma, I'm usually in bed by like 10, 11. So if I'm getting off work at 5:30, I only have like 4 hours to do my own stuff. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours, give or take. So it was just so difficult. I had started my business. I have an online store. So we sell clothes, and we also do personal shopping. There is a link below, so you can look out for that. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. That's where we do all our sales. We don't have a physical location, because the world is moving digital. You have to move with it. So it was hard, because now I'm at work from this time to this time. If I've not planned out this many hours, and my best times are early in the morning or late at night when everyone's asleep. I can't be doing my own things late at night, because I need to sleep, because I have work in the morning. Of course, early in the morning, I'm getting ready for work. So it was just difficult for me to focus on my own things. I was like, listen, I'm helping somebody else fix their business, and mine is like here, kind of, trying to start struggling. So like, this ain't it. And the thing is, I'm not downgrading anyone who is in a job or things like that. And I'm not saying don't support people's businesses or don't help them grow their businesses, but each of us has our own individual gifts. And some people, that gift is to help someone lift their business, But that's just not me. That's not my gift, and that's not my thing. So I was now trying to do all these things, trying to do my own thing. But of course, I was constantly feeling cramped. I was dissatisfied. There's so many negative emotions in general. And it was just such an interesting thing for me, because like I said, the coworkers were nice, my bosses were nice. So I was like, but they're nice. Why do I not want to leave? And I started feeling so unserious, this, that, and the other. And then of course relationship with my bosses, because I knew them personally before, both of them. I knew them both personally before. I was like, man, they're going to think I'm weird. They're going to, it was just, I was like, I can't do this. They're going to think I'm unserious. They're going to think this. Then I was thinking, now they're going to really be watching me to make sure that I'm succeeding, because if I'm not, they're going to be like, this chick lip us, Kata's not even doing anything. I was just really creating a lot of images in my mind. So the time that I decided I want to leave, also the other reason why I had to leave is because I had not found time to do my dissertation, which I need to graduate. So what happened is I ended up missing graduation, which was in September last year, because there was also procrastination on my part, but also I was just, by the time I left work, I was mentally exhausted. I didn't have the time to now sit and start trying to do a whole dissertation and research. And so eventually I was like, listen, Marlie, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? What do you have to do to get there? And my answer was nothing related to having a job. So for me, that is kind of part of the reason I made the decision. Wow. Decision to leave formal employment. I thrive in a flexible environment. I have a lot of friends who thrive with routine. They need a strict and serious routine, and so things like this are good for them. And I also have friends like me who just need flexibility, and they kind of just need to do their own thing. And I think that there's beauty in embracing who you are and what kind of environments you thrive in. So I was like, you know what, I need to work in a flexible environment, and this isn't it. And it's okay, you're not a bad person for working somewhere for 6 months and leaving. Like, things happen, like, you know, that's life. But when I tell you, oh my God, leaving, it was so terrible. I don't know if I have enough time to tell you, but I had a proper panic attack. I was trying to write a letter, I couldn't write a letter, and then I was scared. I was like, oh my God, they won't judge me. I was just sitting at work one day, and my heart just started beating, and I was breathing heavy, and I was like, is this what a panic attack is? I used to hear people talking about it, and I was like, phew, what's that? And then I had like my first panic attack in life, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I don't deserve to live like this. And I let it go. I let it go. And so I wrote a letter. It was so funny. My letter was 2 pages long, because I think, as you've already figured, I talk a lot. And because, again, I had a relationship with my bosses even before, I felt the need to be accountable and to explain to them. So I was like, so I need to leave because I need to focus. I need to do my dissertation. I need to work on it. Thank you for the opportunity, but I have to do other things. I also want to start things of my own. I feel like I'm not giving you enough time, and I'm not adding as much value as I can. And I was like apologizing, and then I was explaining myself and all the things that I wanted to do, and then just so many things. And then my friend is like, send me a letter. I want to see. I don't know how she guessed that she probably needed to like wave a magic hand. And so I sent it to her, and she laughed, and she's like, Marlie, what's going on? This is not a speech. Like, you need to keep them short. Like, official documents ideally are supposed to be short, like 1 or 2 paragraphs, like 1 page. Here's me writing a whole essay, like a whole Bible of things, because I don't know. And so, you guys, when I tell you that chick has magic, me, I don't know. But that's just a thing. It's like she's really cut out for work life. I think I just was not created to make official letters about leaving jobs and applying for jobs. But all the things that I said in 2 full pages, she summarized in 2 paragraphs like this, 1, 2. I was like, this is everything that I said in like 1 paragraph. How do you do that? Looking back, I think that one of the main reason, in fact, why it was so difficult for me to leave is because I was scared. I was scared of false opinions that I had created in my mind that they would have of me, which they didn't even end up having. I was scared of, what if I go out there and it doesn't work? Oh, but what if it does? And just so many things that I was afraid of, but there's power in breaking out and just conquering your fears. So if you're stuck in an unhappy place, if you're not happy in your job, you might want to think about it and ask yourself why. It could be a bad working environment. It could be because you're doing something you're not cut out to do. So you're literally forcing yourself into things that have nothing to do with your gifts or your purpose. So many things. So just look out for that. And I mean, if you're happy in your job, just make sure that you're always the person that's adding value and you're always working towards bettering yourself. I don't want to only speak to people telling you, leave your job, leave your job. If you're in your job and you're enjoying it, that's great, kudos to you. And just keep doing your thing, keep adding value to people, and just being the best version of yourself that you can possibly be.